I am going to show you how to use DaVinci Resolve. In this video, I will show you a lot of things like cutting, transitions, color correction, text, green screen, audio editing, shortcuts to save your time, and much more. Timestamps in video description and comments. First, when you open DaVinci, you will see this window. This shows all your projects you saved. So to start, click on New Project. Name it what you want and create. Let's start with Project Settings. Go to File tab. Then Project Settings. Here you can change the video resolution and FPS for your project. After you finish, click on Save. Let's start with the Edit page. On top left side you can see the Media Pool tab. Open it, and on the empty space here you add your clips to the project. You can right-click and import. Or you can just select your media and drag it to the app. By the way, to make the app full screen, on the top you will see Workspace. Click on it and click on Full Screen window. Now let's start editing. Drag the clip to the timeline. If you got a lot of windows opened, you can just click on the Window tab and you can hide it. On the timeline you see this icon. From this you change the timeline preview settings as you like to be suitable for your editing. You can zoom in and out in the timeline from here. Now start with cutting. Click on this blade tool. You will see the mouse change to the tool. Click on your clip on the area you want to cut, the beginning and the end. After that you can delete it by hitting Delta on your keyboard, but I don't prefer that. I prefer deleting it with hitting the backspace. I will show you why later. If there is empty space you can delete it. Now as you can see, when I select the video and move it, the audio is bind to it. So if you want to unbind them, select them and right click. You will see this link clips enabled. Click on it to disable. Now you can move each one alone. Now when you select a clip on the right side you will see this inspector window. You are going to use this window a lot. From this you can change the size, the position, the rotation, flipping the clip, cropping, and all the other properties of the clip. You see this little bind icon. If you click on it you will be able to change the size of the clip horizontal or vertical alone. That will change the aspect ratio of the clip. To get back the aspect ratio, click on the bind icon. Remember, when you miss with anything you can restore it by clicking on this restore icon. You can also Control Z all the time. Now to change the speed. I like to do that on the cut page because the edit page is not that easy to change the speed on it. So go to the cut page. Select the clip. Click on this icon here. And go to that speed tool. You can type or just click and swipe left or right to make the clip faster or slower. If DaVinci is lagging while you preview the clip, click on Playback tab. Click Timeline Proxy Mode. Select quarter or half. That should make your preview much smoother. Now to add transitions. Click on the Effects pane. Go to Video Transitions. Here you will find all transitions that came with the app, and you can also download packages. When you put the timeline marker between the two clips and move the mouse on the transitions, you will see how does it look. So to add it, drag it between your clips like this. Now if you select the transition and go to the inspector, you will see new enabled tab transitions. Here you will see all translines you added and adjust on them the way you want. Now to add text. Go to Effects and search for text. You will see Text and Text Plus. We will just use the simple one for now. Drag it to the timeline above your clip. Go to the inspector and you will see this new tab title. Here you edit your text, so type what you want. You can change the font style, color, tracking, spacing between words, the alignment, but don't change the size from here. You better change it from the Settings tab. Down you can add more effect, stroke, shadows, and background to the text. Now on the settings, let's see how to keyframe. Select your clip and you see this little dot here. This is the keyframe. So let's add some size keyframes to make a pop-up text. I will add a keyframe at the beginning with small size. And after few keyframes I will add another keyframe with larger size. So as you can see, it's a pop-up text. On the timeline you can move between keyframes by clicking on these little arrows. You remember when I told you not to delete anything with delete? If I click delete on this text, the text will be deleted. But also the whole area the text is taking on the timeline with the other clips will be deleted. And we don't want that. So just delete it by clicking backspace. Now you see this lock icon. If you click on it, the selected track will be locked and you can't make any changes to it. Also, you can disable it by clicking on this so it will be like it's not existing. On the audio tracks you can lock and mute. Now to add some fade to a clip with your mouse, go to any end of a clip and you will see this little mark. When you move this it will make a fade to the clip. That can be done to the audio too. Now I will add overlay like this green screen. Change its properties from the inspector as you like. Now to remove the green screen. Select the clip and jump to the Fusion page. Click on this line and on your keyboard hit Ctrl plus space. It will open this where you can search for effects. Search for Delta Keyer. And click Add. To pick the color, click on this icon and hold and drag to the color on the preview. I will switch tabs to refresh. As you can see, the green color is removed. You can play with the properties as you like. Let's talk about audio. To change audio level you can go to the audio on the timeline. And on the middle when you move your mouse you will see this new arrows. Moving them up and down will change the audio level. You can also change it from the inspector under Audio tab. To add audio effects like noise reduction and others that will be on the Fairlight page. But I won't show that in this video. Now to add effects to the video. Open the effects pane and go to Open Effects. Preview like we did with transitions. After that drag it to the clip. On the inspector you will see new enabled tab effects. Here you can adjust the effects and enable or disable them. Now for color editing, select the clip and go to color page. You see these two icons. These are for auto color correction and white balance. White balance by clicking and selecting a white color on the video. These parameters down here are the color options. Adjust on them as you want, like increasing the saturation and contrast until you find your video looks good. So if you want to make the same color correction for the whole timeline without making it for every single clip, select all the clips on the timeline and right-click and select New Compound Clip. That will merge all the clips. Now I will tell you some shortcuts to save time. Instead of cutting with your mouse like this, make these shortcuts. On the top left side, go to DaVinci Resolve and select Keyboard Customization. There are 3 shortcuts that I will show you. Click on the Q and you will see here it's bind to some action. Just remove it from that action. Do the same thing the W and the S. Now you will bind them with new actions. Go to all commands and search for Start to play head and bind to Q. Search for End to play head and bind with W. Search for Split and bind with S. And save. Now you can split by just hitting S. And you can remove the part you don't want in the clip by clicking Q at the end of the part, instead of splitting 2 times and then deleting. The same thing with W, but for the end of the clip. Now to export, go to Export page and name the file and select the location you want. Change the video format and scale as you want. Or you can just click on one of the presets like YouTube. After that, click on Add to Render Queue. On the right side, select the project and click on Render. It will start rendering. You can't do anything on DaVinci while rendering. After it finishes, you will find your video. So that was today's video. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching.